Bonjour and bienvenue to Paris Orly airport here, sitting outside the Transavia France Boeing 737-800, about to embark on service Transavia 7140, service to Nice Côte d'Azur from Paris Orly. So, as you can see, the weather here is not too fantastic, so we will be going shortly to much better weather in Nice. So, bienvenue to the flight deck. Let us get the aircraft set up and get go for departure. So, our block is scheduled for time 14, so approximately 10 minutes. We'll be a little late, but it's fine. So, early to Nice Côte d'Azur with Foxtrot Hotel uniform Yankee Lima. The actual aircraft flying is Foxtrot Hotel uniform Tango, but didn't have delivery for that. So Transavia 7140, callsign France 31 Golf uniform, cost index 36. Apparently that's the cost index that Transavia France uses. 400 miles of ground distance. It's relatively fine with 21 knots of tailwind. Actually, no, 60 knots of tailwind, so it should be fine. Cruising today 370, the flight plan says 350, but it seems when looking at the winds 370 is optimal, and it's closer to the FMC optimum here as well. So flight time now is 16 minutes, probably a little shorter with some shortcuts that we'll get. And block fuel today is 6,400 I have in the tanks. Final reserve alternate 2.4 tons. So routing today, this is taken from radar box. Actual routing the aircraft will fly it off runway 24, little tailwind, but it's coordinated with Charles de Gaulle for departure. So yeah, Latra to Quebec departure to Latra, and then to Nissa for Nissa et Romeo via the Mike Uniform Sierra transition for the runway 22 left approach, because 22 right is closed in Nice in real life. So estimated time departure 1600 local with block in 1725. Let's see if we can make up some time. We're a little late here with the cost index. Full load of passengers today, I think 189 max, but max for the PMDG now is 184. I'm at 2020, that's why. 060.7 tons, landing weight expected to 63.7. It's well within limits. So routing here looks fine and all looking good here. We're not going to take a look at this. Let's take a look at the weather here. So only good weather basically. Some showers. Just now there's some showers in the area, and you can see there looks like some showers, but it's fine. Air France 777 300 here pushing back for startup. And Nice basically excellent weather. 1708 knots, cavalcade 60 degrees, no zig. The alternate is Marseille Provence, it's looking good as well, except for some strong winds, but it's all headwind, so it should be fine. Just no auto land if it's past 25 knots of headwind. And no Thames main, really nothing much to pay attention to. I think the only thing that's really, yeah, some couple taxiway closures, so you can see here for Nice, correction for Orly, Whiskey 1 between Lima Romeo, Lima Papa and Lima Papa is closed. Yeah, lower than or equal to, okay, so this is fine for us, correction, but this is the one, yeah, Whiskey 3 between Lima Papa and Papa 1, 2 closed, yeah, due to work progress. Taxi routing is not going to be going there. And for Nice, a couple closures, couple stands, and runway 22 right is closed. Yeah. Yep, couple things here as well, and Marseille Provence should be fine. So well en route, basically good weather, except well, possibility of some turbulence in real life. I think around Nice there is some turbulence. Yeah, so this area here descending to Marseille in real life. Well, I was there recently, yeah, and yeah, otherwise it should be fine. We're cruising above the tropopause, so yeah. That's why it's pretty interesting here. The drop was quite low today. Okay, otherwise should be fine. Currently we're sitting stand Victor 07 over here at Orly 2. So push back onto Whiskey 2, taxi Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, Lima Romeo, Whiskey Lima 42, Whiskey 42 section for departure. It has been planned. Runway takeoff distance available is 3083 meters from Whiskey 42, which has been planned. Let's plan the pushback now. So plan pushback, and we will do a simple straightforward all the way to here, and then a left turn to taxi out on Whiskey 2. Yeah, which is just fine. Let's go a little bit back so we don't block the vehicles crossing. Okay, so then afterwards we taxi Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, then to Lima Romeo, Lima 42. There's a hotspot there. Seems to be actually the hotspot is hotspot here 4. Yeah, so pay attention. Then Whiskey 42 for the departure. And the performance has already been calculated for Whiskey 42. 3083 meters, takeoff rating 26k, full 26k, 52 sector temperature, and 91.3%. We're expecting to do, not expect, we have to do an ADP 1 departure today, so acceleration 3000, reduction 1005, and your acceleration 1005 as well. Yeah, because this is a requirement for Orly. So flaps 5, so ignore this one. Weather, let's get the latest weather now. So QNH 1019, no changes. So backs on, NTI is off. And after departure, it will be straightforward. The Latra to Quebec departure, runway 24. So departure on the runway, then heading 236 towards 7.0 for the Lima VOA. Then radial 1302 loose, we will towards direct towards Pasca 2244 overfly, then left turn to Pasca 301. Okay, the restriction here is below flight level 100 powered by ATC. I think ATC would just normally clear us, yeah. So that's why arriving traffic at flight level 110, that's why there's that warning over there. And then MSA is 3200, 25 miles airport reference point. Lux Latra. Initial climb clearance for level 80, which has already been put in there. And initial climb, yeah, looking fine. No tense for departure and runway, yeah, that's noted. So max 250 below 100, expect a minimum 300 above level 100, except instructed by ATC. So it is already planned with the departure arrival page. Sorry, the climb page, yeah. 301 is our target speed, so we should be fine. So yeah, so far so good. Engine out select, wheel heading select. LNAV does not want to activate, I think because of the 5 mile restriction, 5 degree restriction. Yeah, it's just past 5 degrees. The first leg and something like that, yeah, it's not quite wanting to arm. It's fine, we arm it in the air, LNAV 400 head LNAV. So heading select, initial for departure. 241 is the runway heading. If you have engine out seat is 241, track to 4,000 feet. And runway track 25 miles. Rejected takeoff below 80 knots, reject for any master caution, abnormalities. Above 80 knots, only reject for fire warning, aircraft unsafe, unable to fly, wind shear. Car stop, disconnect auto throttle, close the thrust levers, maximum reverse, manual race speed brake lever, applying max manual braking. You verify all the actions done. Speed brake up, max reverse, max manual braking, auto throttle disconnect, or operation of RTO auto brake. And you call 100 knots, 80 knots, 60 knots. I stop the aircraft on the runway, set flap 40. You inform air traffic control, and we run the check. Let's take it from there. So, any questions? Pushback, taxi out the seat, the EO seat. Rejected takeoff has been discussed. Immediate return, you'll be runway 25 into Orly, 254. The course here has been selected in 111.75. We'll put in 110.9, which is runway 24, to use for visual to line up, but 1175 is for 25. Minimums is 488, I believe. Yeah, 488, that's fine. We have the MFRE 1800 put in there as per France Orly SOP. Okay, so let's start the APU and prepare to get going. Center fuel, there is no fuel, so it's okay. Okay, looking so far so good, and they can prepare to close the door for departure soon. Yeah, let's turn down the brightness a little bit here, we don't need it so bright. Okay, excellent. So a Unicom today, Squawk 1000, which is what real aircraft are squawking. I think something to do with modest transponder, something like that, yeah. Exactly 14. That's alright. So let's do the pre-flight checklist. So, pre-flight checklist, I do have the France Orly one. It's very similar to the standard one, so I'll just use the standard one here today. But pre-flight checklist, oxygen tested 100%, navigation transfer and display switches. We have normal auto, window heat is on, pressurization mode selector, auto set for 370, pledgements heading 359, and we have the altitude 300 feet, once, twice, and 3 times, and indicating correctly 1019, checked once, twice, 3 times as well. Yeah, apologies for little velocity, hasn't flown for quite some time. And yeah, one interesting thing about France Orly aircraft, well, Transavia aircraft, is that they have heading up. Yeah, it's quite rare to see heading up on a 737, on a Boeing actually. So parking brake is set, engine start, levers are cut off, pre-flight checklist complete. Let's say hello to the passengers. Mesdames et messieurs, good bienvenue aboard this Transavia France flight 7140 to Nice Côte d'Azur. Flight time today 1 hour 15 minutes, cruising at 37,000 feet. Weather conditions expected to be fine, with the possibility of some turbulence as we descend into Nice. Weather Nice is fine, light winds from the south, then we are expecting good weather, 16 degrees on the ground at the moment. We'll be pushing back and departing very shortly. Thank you very, very much for your patience, and we wish you a pleasant flight. Okay, so let's go ahead and dismiss the ground operations. So, ground service vehicles, release all connections. We want to get rid of these stairs. Is it going to come away? There you go, it's coming away, okay. So the park brake is set, you can remove the chocks. But first we want to get on the APU bus. So APU is on the bus, and you can release and remove the chocks. Okay. So let's do the before start checklist. DFP is airplane mode, papers, logbooks on board, doors with closed and flight control locked. Fuel is 6.5 tons on board, and minimum requirement 6.2 for 1, that's block fuel. Fuel pumps, we have 4 on, crossfeed closed, passenger signs are on, windows locked, MCP V2 heading, correction, V2147 heading 241, altitude 8000, flight level 80. Takeoff speeds V1141, VR143, V2147. Center cross checked, CDU pre-flight complete, rudder aileron trim, 3 and 0. Taxi typical briefing complete, anti-collision light holding there. Waiting for clearance. So in that at the moment, but there is no air traffic control, so let's make sure the area behind is clear, and then we can Connected tug prepared for pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
So area behind is all clear.
This is ground, stand by.
Okay. So let's say we've given clearance to push, so anti-collision on. 5 minutes late, probably 6 minutes, that's not too bad I'd say. So they're lifting us now, you can see it coming up. Yes, no? Ah, that's interesting. The tag is not connecting, so okay, we'll just
Ground.
start
You
our
may disconnect.
pushback.
Okay, sir, clear to disconnect.
Off we go. Time 05. Orly traffic, France Orly 31 Golf Uniform pushback, Victor 07 to face west on Whiskey 2. Orly traffic. So yeah, straightforward, just Whiskey, Victor 07, then out here, Victor to Whiskey 3, everything is planned. And let's say clear to start, so start number 2. Is the bleed on? The bleed is not even on. Yeah. And 2. All pressure. And 1. So that's bad practice, of course. Yeah, I should have checked that. So that's all the Orly traffic, fuel flow, EGT. So that vehicle there, of course, it shouldn't be in real life. The scenery, by the way, is quite nice. It's by Jetstream Designs. It's a little old. It's the Orly, but yeah, it's relatively up to date. The only problem is, I think, yeah, some of the taxiway lighting's not so good, but it's okay. Starter cutout, monitor 2. Too stable, start number 1. No single engine taxi today because we are quite heavy. So and 2, pressure, and 1. Fuel flow, EGT. Yeah, one thing that's a little strange is how big these buses are. They're really huge. They're massive, like, yeah. That thing looks... Yeah, it's almost as tall as the flight deck, which is quite interesting. Way too big in my opinion, but yeah, it's fine. Starter cutout, monitor 1. 1 stable. So after start, which will be done by DFO. Then 1 stat, due to the recall, and then call for flaps 5. So flight control check once the brakes have been set and the pushback is being disconnected. Park brake set, and then flight control check. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. That's checked. So, before start the checklist, correction, before taxi checklist, generators are on, propit on, anti-ice off, hydraulic system switches are on, isolation valve auto, engine start switches, continuous recall checked, auto brake RTO, engine start levers, idle detent. Actually, you have to check actually the switch position. There you go, RTO, engine start levers, idle detent, flight controls are checked, and transponder. Should I put it reporting off? Ground equipment. Left side is clear and right side is clear as well. Let's say hand signal received, ready for taxi. So, holding traffic, France Orly, true on Golf Uniform Taxi, holding point runway 25 via Whiskey 2, Whiskey 3, Lima Romeo, Lima 42, Whiskey 42, holding point runway 24, holding traffic. Okay, 24, not 25. Config, doors, okay. So that's the PMDG thing, one more time. There you go, it's working. Let's go. Little late, so taxi fast. So maximum 10 knots in the turn. So first right and then all the way. So Whiskey 2 is clear, Whiskey 3 clear as well. Whiskey 3 is confirmed. I got the 50 knots here. Three minutes warm up is over. So I've told the crew to expect a short taxi here, so should be all fine. So this is the Orly airport, looking, well, not fantastic, but yeah, it's not fantastic in the sense of architecturally, I don't think it's fantastic, but it's a nice representation by the developer. Jetstream Designs. Yeah, they make quite nice things, like that knot is very nice, yeah, which we'll visit one day. So, Lima Romeo coming up. First left. We'll slow down. Lima Romeo is checked, and then Lima 42, Whiskey 42. So 10 knots for this. Runway 24 approach seems to be clear. We'll check again later. So before takeoff checklist, we have flaps 5, green light, and stabilizer trim 6.02 units set. Actually not set. Yeah, somehow managed to forget that. Let's set that now, 6.02. It's quite a serious thing. It wasn't set. Somehow I've managed to forget. 6.02 set before takeoff checklist complete. And let's say clear to line up. Whiskey 42. Cabin crew, seats for departure. Early traffic, France Orly, true on Golf Uniform, line up runway 24 via Whiskey 42 for departure. Early traffic. So checklist complete, weather radar, transponder. And we'll do a proper lineup here. The left side is clear as well, and we should be ready to go. Okay, only traffic, France Orly, 31 Golf Uniform, takeoff runway 24, de la Traye to Quebec departure. Only traffic. So timing. Stabilized. Takeoff. Thrust set. Checked. It always comes a little late, but that's fine.
V1, rotate.
Gear up. Fly to departure and runway first. 400 feet, I'll have enough speed. (1005) and 1 checked. Okay, that is +10, coming up engine anti-ice on. Okay, acceleration 3000. Positive trend. And go flaps 1. Command A. Flaps up. That's 8, we have engine anti-ice on. Start switches remain in COT. Accelerating to 250, looking fine. And after takeoff checklist, engine bleeds, on, packs, auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights after takeoff checklist complete. That's not true, clear that. altimeter is passing flight level 5, 6. Now, it's checked. No, that's not correct. We set standard first. Yeah, set standard. And altimeter is passing flight level 60 now. Checked. Vertical speed, 2000 to go. Speed, vertical speed. And let's say actually we're given further climbs than traffic in the area. I don't think so, so let's further climb now to flight level 100. So VNAV and 1 VNAV speed, flight level 100. Nicely above the clouds. Once we pass through this, we'll take engine anti-ice off. Climb up to flight level 80. Take the weather radar on as well on this side. And 1,000 to go, but let's say further climb now. Level change to flight level 200. MSV speed there. Altitude event wants to delete the restriction and then go VNAV. VNAV speed. 301. Acceleration. Lights. Engine anti-ice can come off. Set the barrel mints. Fix pages, delete just one only. To climb target speed 300, that's fine. Yeah, 4 minutes there, that's pretty good actually. And weather up ahead is clear, fasten belts, auto. And macheting, which I didn't have a chance to do. Okay, so yeah, looking relatively uneventful. Yeah, looking fine. Yeah, it's going to be a very short cruise and flight over to Nice as we cross the France, mainland France. So see you very shortly for the arrival into Nice. It should be quite an interesting visual approach to runway 22 left. Welcome back to the flight deck. So currently passing flight level 110 for the flight level 80 on descent. Currently on the arrival, this is the Nice 8 Romeo arrival into Nice Côte d'Azur towards Michael from Sierra, the initial approach fix. So afterwards we're going to fly the RMP Zulu runway 22 left, approval required. I think Transavia France does have approval required, I would assume so at least, yeah. So we're going to vector ourselves now. Let's say fly heading 090 from the controller. Approaching 10,000, let's get lights, fasten belts already on. And terrain is going to be on because weather, I'm expecting it not to be an issue. Calm winds from the south, all looking fine. So this is the very nice city of Cannes, I believe, that we're looking towards. Yeah, that's Cannes. Very nice here, and then Nice is just in the background there, and then Monaco we have further behind, and then Italy. So a beautiful approach here, passing 10,000, correction, flight level 100 now, and yeah, very nice. So the approach today, it is straightforward. Let's say we've been cleared by the controller to November 261. Execute. So a little low, so vertical speed, it's 1,000 feet per minute. So we want to do a continuous descent approach. Let's do 800 feet per minute, yeah, continuous descent approach. And LNAV, of course. Execute. LNAV. LNAV is armed for the missed approach already, yeah. So looking fine, match heading. It's slightly from the left there. So current weather report for the arrival is 1806 knots. Yeah, 1806 knots, 60 degrees, KNH 1005 Nausik. That's checked, and let's say further descent by traffic control to 5,000 feet. Yeah, transition level is 6.5 because the QNH is below 1013, it's 1015. Okay, so we want to see this. Yep, it's this one here. RNP 0.3 has been put into the legs page there, and we have decision altitude 362, set once, then twice, QNH 1005. Okay, there you go. Later, once we set standard, we'll see that as well. And couple speed restrictions here, minimum max 200 knots at NANAX threshold, and max flight level 70, and then 2,000 final approach fix there, final approach points, man 3, 2,000, and then it's a 3.2 degree descent path to the runway threshold. So you want to configure a little earlier. Okay, 5 miles, 12 mile fixes have been put in there as well. So estimating time to be to the left 23 Zulu, so you can tell 10 minutes to landing. Cabin crew 10 minutes to landing. Okay, and we'll take legs page there. So continue on the descent. We are low, that's fine. Okay, 1,700 feet low. Oh, okay, actually we should have been flight level 80 above there. Okay, that is my bad. Okay, so let's level off at 7,000 feet, yeah. Correction, flight level 70, yeah. Let's level flight level 70. So that's the very nice city of Cannes, just on our left over there. That's Cannes, that's Nice. So actually that was not Cannes. What was that? That was Fréjus. Yeah, Fréjus. Yeah, Saint Raphael. Yeah, that was not Cannes. That's my bad. This is Cannes. Yeah, that's Cannes over there. Very nice. Then you have Antibes on the coast over there. Then over there, that's Nice. The airport is there, and then you have Monaco. Further down in Italy, further away. So I'll hold MSFS speed. Continue here on the descent. Not the descent, to just level here. Okay, so ruined the CDO, but it's unfortunate. Yeah, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I should have paid more attention to the VNF. Yeah, it's my bad. Otherwise everything is fine. Okay, we yeah, ready for the approach. Yeah, everything is all good. Cabin is secured. Not yet, I think. Yeah, not yet. But yeah, cabin is coming into secure shortly. No air traffic control as well. Maybe we'll zoom this traffic. Once we are established on the approach, we'll call this traffic. So 10965, that is the Azure Nice Côte, the Azure VOA, Alpha Zulu Romeo, I think that's the code. Yeah. Then for the visual approach, fairly standard. We'll disconnect and then we will fly the default approach and then turn manually. Yeah. Should be relatively straightforward. The last flight I flew was to Salita, so should be fine. And this should be absolutely no trouble compared to Salita. So put it up here. This is match heading. So terrain, there is some high terrain in the area, yeah, as expected over there. That's the Alps, actually looking very nice, yeah. From Nice you can actually see the Alps, yeah, it's really beautiful, yeah, especially now. And this is accurate. I can say that it is still snow covered, yeah, in real life. Yeah, that's quite nice to see. A nice view of Cannes there in the background. Then just below the wing, then we have the Alps. Okay, we can go VNAV now. FLC VNAV Alt. Go Alt intervent to descend to flight level 50 VNAV path. So aircraft will be descending. Looking very nice. Yeah, looking fantastic with the Alps in the background, Cannes, the Nice airport. Beautiful, very nice. Okay, passing transition, set local QNH once, twice, 3 times. 1005, set passing 6,200 feet. Now it's checked. Approach checklist, our tip test, approach checklist complete. So auto brake 3 flap 30 landing here today, 64.1 ton landing weight expected, yeah, giving us a nice vacate off at Echo Bravo, and then taxi Echo Bravo, cross Bravo 1, and then we take uniform Charlie to parking stand. I don't have information where the actual stand with, but we'll take 46 Charlie. Yeah, seems reasonable to take that. Okay, we continue on our descent now. Let's go back to approach. Let's say we've cleared down to 2,000 feet. Yeah, to begin the approach. 2,000 feet, and all the deceleration has been planned by the aircraft, so it should be nothing to worry about at all. Prog page. And we can tell the crew to be seated for landing. So let's say cabin secured, the crew signal. Tell cabin crew seats for landing. So let's say this traffic, we are beginning the approach, established approach. Best initial approach fix. Traffic France Orly 31 Golf uniform, passing for 5,000 feet, turning left now to establish the approach, runway 22 left, needs traffic. So we're slowing down now. We are following the decel schedule, maybe not. We should be, but looks like we're not doing so very well. So maybe we need a bit of speed brake to help. Yeah, so far it's still fine. So the requirement is to be 200 knots or below at Nanax. So yeah, let's help a little. Flaps 1, flaps 5. Yeah, the good thing about the NG is that you can go flap 5 below 250, which really helps with the drag. Okay, maybe I should have done that because yeah, now it's a little too slow, but it's okay, it's no problem to configure early. So beautiful views here now. Let's hold 180 on the speed. So let's bring this over to the... we need it at the front later because yeah, it's going to be quite bright. Same for the FO as well. Okay, 209 knots, that's good. So actually just nice. Much heading for this one here. Let's go to the flap 5 speeds. So heading towards the Nice, the port there's a famous mountain. The views there very nice, the city over there, yeah, it's looking very beautiful. So off our wing there we have Monaco, and then we have Mentone, and then Italy just to the right. So we have flaps 5 now, looking good. So yep, that's where we're going to start the descent, 3.2 degree descent path. We want to be configured before that, so a little earlier we'll configure. Yeah. Then you can take the approach manually as well. So best approach, straightforward, climb to 3000 and then follow these instructions. So we will, once we're 300 below, we are going to swing it up to 3000. Just now, that was a little too much. Got 3000. I'll have his for missed approach, but it's straightforward, just track 222.
2500.
It's checked. So yeah, it's very beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Very beautiful city of Nice coming up. Okay, let us take the gear down shortly. I'm going to take the gear down now at flap 15. Configure a little early. Start switches. And this should have been on. Flap 30. VRF plus 5, 152. And speed brake can come up. Landing checklist, start switches, continuous speed brake up, green light landing gear down 3. Flap starting, green light landing checklist complete. 2000 feet. 3 degree descent path now. And let's say clear to land, landing clearance. This traffic, Fonsolet 31 Golf 54, short final. Correction, find the runway, 22 left, this traffic. So checklist complete, clear to land. Let's recycle flight directors and take the approach manually. So 1000 feet rate of descent is not abnormal because we have the the 3.2 degree descent path. So gentle turn now.
1000.
Checked. Stabilized. On the Papi, so good. See a little bit of overshoot.
500.
It's not good.
Approaching minimums.
Correcting.
Minimums.
Continue. Reset the puppy is wrong, but it's okay.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Speed brake up. Reverse at normal. So manual braking. 60 knots, and we vacate here. So clear to cross, runway is inactive anyway, so that's fine. So timing, want to start that for single engine taxi. East traffic, France Orly, Golf Uniform, cross runway to right, Takeoff Bravo, taxi, Bravo 1 Uniform, Charlie to parking stand 46, Charlie. East traffic. So, over here, take this one away. And clear the runway, probe heat off. Terrain display both come off. BSD 3.1. Should have been reset this to 222. Flight directors, transponder. Oops, that's not good. There you go. Ignoring the vehicle, of course. Reset and reset. The trim should be 4 units. Checklist can come up as well. Trim roughly 4 units there. Then Charlie, parking stand 46 Charlie. So it looks like we'll not be able to do single engine taxi, but that's fine. Is it 4 units? Yeah, this roughly 4 units. There you go, 4 units roughly now. So parking stand 46 Charlie, it's a little bit further down. Okay, nice, it's not working. It's good. 46 Charlie is somewhere over there. Look. There you go, that's 46 Charlie already. So lights off. Start APU. Oh, that's 48 Charlie. Okay, that's my bad. And 46 Charlie should be here. So let's come back on. Ignore the vehicle, but this bus is for more appropriate height. Yeah, looks much better. So 46 Charlie, I nearly missed it looking at the bus. Lights off. He's pushing back. Did not call an unicorn, but it's okay. It's normal nowadays. So a little offset, but yeah, that's fine. And set the brakes. 3 minutes, 2 blue, 1 red, engines dead. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross check. Welcome to Nice. What is the temp? 16 degrees, we won't need that. Yeah, so we won't need the APU bleed. Let's go to 1000 standby. And decollision can come off. So, shutdown checklist. Shutdown checklist, we have the fuel pumps. We off, 1 on for APU, passenger signs off, propit is off, hydronic panel set, anti-collision light off. Hydronic panel set, anti-collision, yeah, hydronic panel set, anti-collision light off, flaps up. No lights, parking brake set, start lever is cut off, and weather radar is off with parking brake set, cinches done. Shutdown check is complete. Okay, looking nice. Fuel used, how much was it? 163, 163, and this one is fine as well. 109, 110 flight time, 122 on the block time, with arrival of 29. So that's, I think we'll probably arrive at 2:08, so 3 minutes delay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see, can we get the jetway to connect? Somehow I believe it, we will not be able to, but we can try. Oh, it is working, that's very nice to see. Then ground connections. Let's connect, set the chocks, get the ground power. And the aft. Do they use? No, they use this. No, they do use stairs to left. Yeah, then you get off and then you get on the bridge. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Actually, no, I can't remember. It's fine. Yeah. No, it is. Yeah. Okay, ground service vehicles. We want aft cargo and forward cargo. Lavatory service is fine as well. Yeah. So looking quite nice, except of course for the poor FPS due to the VRAM max out. Just bring down to about 3. Yeah, the jetway isn't connecting very well because it's too low. Yeah, but otherwise I think it's quite fine. Yeah, and overall looks fine. You have the EasyJet starting up in the background over there. It's taxiing out now. Aircraft looks quite good. Parking pretty bad, but yeah, that's my fault. So overall, quite an enjoyable flight to Nice. Yeah, the approach wasn't the best. Yeah, it could have been better. I overshot the approach, unfortunately. Yeah. I was looking on the trend vector and then somehow it just overshot, yeah, which is my fault. But okay, managed to get it back. And in real life, see flight radar, quite a lot of it is overshot as well. So yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, and we see you next time. Bye bye.